Hello. I'm still getting arranged. It's going to take a couple minutes. Let's make sure we got the compiler up to date. I did make some compiler changes today. I don't think any of them were particularly... Oh. Okay, I guess I didn't change something here in the change log. That's great. What was that? Oh, I just deleted these. Okay, that's fine. No problem. All right. That's the beta I shipped today. Anyway, we're just going to make sure the compiler's up to date. Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing. Woke up all excited to watch last night's VOD. Yeah, it was weird and I didn't like it, so I deleted it. Yeah, I wasn't really into any of the games, really. And I didn't even play most of them very far, or any of them very far. The Ultima game, I would have kept playing if it hadn't, like, given me a game over, go back to your reload point, which, the reason I didn't expect that is because Ultima never did that, or at least... Starting from Ultima 4, they always like respawned you. I don't remember 3 what it did. But it's just like you have to tell people if you're going to do that, and then I would have like avoided all combat. Can I give you an example of what... Dude, if I gave everybody a private customized example of things, I would never get anything done. You could watch other videos if you want to know. Like, didn't I show examples of using notes in different ways during the frickin' talk? Like, I answered your question during that talk. I am realizing. Like, I don't. So is the question, you watched part of the VOD on Notes and have that question? Like, we will get officially started in a couple minutes. How about if we do some camera? You understood the example with the procedures. Well, I don't know what I would say except what I already said there with regard to things on struct members. So maybe you could freeze frame it and look at the code or something. Also, though, there's demos on YouTube from way back when I implemented the feature that probably show that too. Is the camera working? I had a meeting today and oh, well, I don't even have it up, so it's definitely not working. Now it's maybe working. Yay. Okay. Let's it's been a little bit since we worked on this game on stream. Okay, great. Where did I generally find more contracts when I was contracting? You know, I honestly don't know. I had a little bit of an edge on that because people knew me from doing lots of GDC stuff, and I wrote the Game Developer Magazine column for a little bit back when that was a thing. So like there were reasons why people knew who I was a little bit, and I think either directly or indirectly that got me a lot. I didn't have to like cold call people or anything. Like generally people called me. Okay, so right now, when you slam on the keys, we go into like Benny Hill running. And the animator wants to do something better for that. So I want to put in some mode variable that's like, oh, the current character is running or not. And I think it's going to be the first time that you have 2 keystrokes buffered, it'll turn on. And then it'll turn off when you have nothing buffered. And for now, I'm just going to like, if it's on, I'll just print something on the screen every frame. But the goal is like when you're running around like this. I don't know though, it's pretty hard to make it look stupid. Well, it's not that hard in a long line like this. That's pretty weird. Alert. Like if I double tap on both controls, I guess. That's easier. Okay. So, let us start to do this stuff. So I'm going to go to player control and buffer. Where? Okay, so we add to this buffered moves array. Whoops, that's the files. Okay. Yeah. So here's where we add a move, and this one's weird because like, I guess animation is going to speed up no matter what. Let's just try the dumbest possible thing. We're going to say if it's greater than 1, manager dot just going to say manager.sprinting is true. We'll reset that under certain conditions. Let's call it something better. Active hero is sprinting. That's going to start false. And, well, it's, I kind of want to put it with something else that changes from frame to frame. I don't know, dude. I'm just going to put this here. Whatever. So active hero is sprinting. In reset, we set that to false. Okay. Now, when we do an undo, we want to reset it, probably. And then when we enact a buffered move, i.e. we pull things off the thing. I mean, in the case where there's nothing left, right? So actually up here, no, because we remove it and then if we ever return to no buffered moves. This means when we start the last move, we go out of sprinting mode. Okay, so now if manager dot, what was it called? I already forgot. Sprinting, active hero is sprinting. Then fast game report sprinting. Sprinting. Hope that's the right name. No, short game report. Always want to call it fast. Okay. I don't see sprinting happening. Oh, there we go. So we literally never get to 2 under normal conditions. Oh wait, there we did. Okay, we need a looser, I think we need a looser engagement. It'll maybe be Thief looks bad when I do this. Sometimes. Pretty weird. Okay, really what we just kind of want to know is if the speed is going to be fast. That's what the animator is trying to know. So maybe get run speed, get move speed override. That's in the graph. Man, we got so many factors coming in. Manager.player speed, there it is. Simulate. So maybe we just set it here. This kind of sucks, honestly, but okay. And actually this I mean, okay, that's really dumb. It's a bunch of code that doesn't have anything to do with each other. Let's try this. What I did before. Because getting to that target takes longer and we may not get there. And then I can just raise this threshold. This may not be the most reproducible way to do it. Yeah, it seems harder to get. The problem is this might fuck with replays, unfortunately. All right, we're just going to try it because this is my best guess for now. What 3D engine? I'm using the Unity Godot plugin for Game Maker Studio. In Roblox. I'm using the Roblox version of Unreal Engine. Okay. So I then want to see how I should hook this up. Okay. inside of state walking in the human animation graph. Okay. So I want to make a thing called is sprinting in the animation graph. Wait. Okay, so we're just going to do that. So then in the human animation graph, is sprinting. Okay. So supposedly this will do a thing. It did go to state sprinting. See that? I guess the intent is I don't know. There's some kind of glitch there having to do with foot matching. Maybe he just hasn't done that part yet. I suspect he's going to want me to turn down the extra speed on that animation, but I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say whoops, that's the compiler. Wait. I didn't check that in. I didn't check it in. Add a regression. That is not exactly what that was. Okay. What is all this stuff? Okay. Did I really do all that so far? I guess so. We edited lots of files a little bit. Okay, we might also... Dang it. What? Oh yeah, because I commented something out. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to say... this is checked in. The character does appear to go into sprinting mode, but it doesn't match up with other stuff right now. Okay, so cool. That was the main thing I wanted to work on animation-wise. We have some other stuff that needs to happen. related to editor things. Which game was the most fun to develop, including this one? A secret game that nobody knows about. Dance game when? Probably never. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe when VR actually happens. Okay. So, a while back, I put in an overhead map mode in the editor because to make the overhead map look good, you need to be able to see it in the editor. And let's see if that still works. And then there's some weird stuff and some things that we want to do. I guess I haven't loaded this level in a while. Come on, load. Oh, we're compressing textures. No, we did compress the textures. What's it doing? It's probably still loading a shader or something. We're running debug build, so who knows? I could attach a debugger, but then by the time I'm just about done, it'll be done. That's always how it works. Maybe not. Maybe I have to see what's up here. I just said break all. It's not doing it. Is it? Debug. Break all is grayed out. It's just kind of sitting there. All right. Let's try caught signal. I don't know what that's all about. Could be a graphics driver weirdness. Like usually if you can't break in your program, it's like something kernel or driver related got screwed up. Oh boy. Maybe it's this level is hosing everything. Like it doesn't. All right. Let's just go to whatever this is. Maybe that level Oh, also maybe this executable is just really, oh, this executable is really old. Sorry. I had assumed that this was the one being made by the build server, but I forgot that. So that was just the executable running with really old data. Or sorry, old executable running with new data is what that was. That's why it was barfing. So now it's not barfing, but we'll see what happens. All right, well, here we go. This is all we were trying to do. All right, so I could load this level up. Why is all this shit taking so long? Oh, is it locking up again? No. The fuck? If I load it again. Did I beat the thing coming back? No. Let me, now that I'm attached, I'll do it again. Break all. Where are we at? I probably don't have good debug info. How can I tell what the hell is going on under these conditions? Oh yeah, we got no symbols. So I think maybe it just takes a really long time to load this level. These guys are all waiting, so they're not doing anything interesting. Bunch of open GLs. Let me just see if it takes that long to load anything in the editor. Feels like a garbage collector. Wait. All right. Of course, this might legit take a long time because of all the mesh. Nope. All right, so it's just that one level. Or maybe only loading it with Control L. We're going to have to debug this probably because I bet there's just some ridiculous data error. So it's good to know that it's just this one level and not the entire frickin' engine. So we've got light probes. Paint datas. Paint datas. Okay, I don't really know what's going on there. Anyway, the whole point is I can do this in the editor now. But it doesn't snap out of it under certain conditions, like if I hit F to focus on an object, it should pop out of this mode. And for some reason, the widgets here are very large. And I don't know why that is. So if we fix these two problems, I mean, this looks like some indie art games that I've seen, but it's not actually a thing that we want. So there's that. So I guess this is because we're scaling by distance. The widgets do this thing where if you're rotating a really far away object, they assume perspective, I believe. All right, so let me refresh my memory. So Control tab is toggle alternate camera. Alternate camera mode. All right. So here, I want to look for like when do we draw arrow? So scale is what? This code was written by Casey way back in the witness time, which is why it uses capital letters for the variables. Get standard scale. I have no idea which of these routines is doing the thing. It's probably that. Get standard scale. That should definitely be in manips. Distance to viewer. I see. I see. If we're just going to do that for now. This whole function is not even called here. It is only called in manips. So we're going to put that there, and we're going to do this. And then we're going to see how long this fucking level takes to load in debug build. Let's preemptively. Maybe I should make an LLVM debug build. It might. Okay, so this is definitely, it does whatever it's doing. Where is it? Why can I never find anything in this menu? It should be Soko debug. There it is. Why is it grayed out? That's why I can't find it. It's like doing something kernel-y. Serial kernel-y. Oh, did I just attach it? I don't think so. Oh, I did. Guys, my brain sometimes is not completely running. Input host, Lambda invoker. That sounds really like something I want happening. CAC threaded bank. So this is the save thread. Okay, that's waiting to be signaled. Who is actually doing anything? Remap vertex colors. Okay, so this is like, I guess I need to save it out. Okay, we're going to load it in release mode, and I'm going to save it out. And then hopefully it'll load faster. All right, so we gotta load it again to save it out. This remap vertex colors is very slow. I might just rewrite it. It's one of those functions where like you do the super crappy slow version. I didn't write it even, but someone writes the super crappy slow version because they're like, it's never going to matter. And then it fucks everything up for a long time. Yeah, it's like that, bro. Okay. So hopefully if I hit save, that didn't seem like it really did anything. I don't see anything modified. All right, well. I may have to send a quick email. Let me time how long it takes so I can objectively tell people. Stopwatch. And boom. It's 20 seconds. All right. So I will say I load this level with a release version of the game. It takes 20 seconds on my desktop PC. It looks like it is spending most of that time in remap vertex colors. Unfortunately, while that is very inconvenient, it means that I basically cannot load the game in that level in debug build at all due to the huge amounts of time required. This makes it hard to work on overhead map stuff. This is making it hard. Let me look at this remap vertex colors function. Remap vertex colors. That is right there in vertex paint. Let's look at that. I don't actually want to change this right now, but I suspect it's just n squared. I note that I was hoping that saving the level from the editor would update the entities in question, but that didn't do it. Is there a way to save out the work so it doesn't happen every time? Question mark. I note that I made this comment a year ago. I think I made this comment on stream. If it's causing things to be slower for me, I am sure it is also doing that for other people working on the game, whether or not they know the cause. It looks to me like this code is just finding exact vertex matches. It would be fast enough for me to make a hash table on quantized vertices that I think would go very quickly, but I don't know how to know when this works correctly. So I don't just want to jump in and do it. Suggestions welcome. I don't know how to know when this works correctly. Yes. Okay, so I just sent that email to people. Like seriously, someone would have gotten a huge bonus last year if they had just rewritten this function and told me they did that. Like, no one did. All right. I mean, this radix sort code in here is not even turned on. See, this use sorting is false. This is something that someone wrote and they didn't feel confident that it worked and hadn't tested it yet, right? So we're using this down here, which is like a linear compare or something. Like this is literally an n squared loop right here. You can see very clearly. Which now computer school will teach you many things that are false. But one thing that part of computer school will teach you is that is actually correct is that you want to avoid n squared loops in when n gets high. Now, of course, the other part of computer school says, oh, n squared is polynomial time, so that's fast. But like, it's a different thing. Different thing. It runs in polynomial time. I don't see the problem. I bet that's what all the people making compilers for like Swift and Rust and all that think. They're like, what? Our compiler runs in polynomial time. What are you, it's fast. What are you talking about? Anyway, so I made a half-hearted attempt to put like no ABCs, and it probably helped a little bit, but again, it's getting very bad. Yes. Okay. Well, I'm just going to try to work on a different fucking level right now. I don't know what else to do. Or I could build a release build every time, and then it'll still take forever to load. I don't know. Let's try something like this. Okay, that's much faster. So you can see it's not really about the amount of stuff in the level. It's just like that level had some objects that take a long time to remap. Okay. So, okay, that part didn't work, the distance part. Or maybe I just didn't. What was I even running there? Okay, hold on. We go in here. Do that. I was probably not even running the right thing. Will we have lava or quicksand filled levels? Probably not quicksand. There might be some lava somewhere. Okay, that is very small. Very small. I don't understand. Let me just see what the distance from camera returns in this case. And I'll just hard code it to that. I thought that would be about 10. But I guess it isn't. That was in manips. Editor. Whoops, editor. Manips. Distance to viewer. Okay. $778. What? Point camera. Oh, it's distance squared. Guys, I did not read the fine print. I didn't read the squared part. See, this is a misleading variable name. It's not distance to viewer. It's squared distance to viewer, bro. See, I at least would have put like 100 in that point. Or I probably would have said more like 225. All right. Okay. No, seriously, dude. If someone on the programming team just like fixed everything that pissed me off, that would be great. That would be like, all right, so this is at least usable now. Whether we should somehow size it more dynamically or something, I don't know, but this is at least usable, which is all that we needed. Okay. Now, when I hit like F to focus on the thing, we want to take it out of alternate camera mode. And then what are some other things that we might? So camera nav, okay. Camera nav, we'll take it out. Focus on editor key bindings. Boom. Okay. Focus on selection. The U key, U. Snap to raycast. Oh, that snaps an object. Never mind. Okay. What is the U key? Oh, that's a camera nav as well. Okay. That's great. Alternate camera mode. What is it called? Oh, it's not on Entity Manager. It's on Open World, right? Oh, yeah, it's on Open World. Okay, so... Oh, that's how I do. Oh, I did it also in the key bindings. Same deal. 2. Maybe you pay respects by focusing on the tile. Did you think about that? No, you didn't. All right, so if I select that guy and then I say F, there we go. Then I come back and I say F, there we go, F. All right, great. Fixes for control tab map mode in the editor. Mope. It's the map mope. All right. Why did that just go under the other window for no reason? Because Windows has race conditions in it. All right. You sold your ETH. I thought we were in a big cryptocurrency downturn. Oh. Yeah, it's still pretty low. I mean, well, not really. It's back to where it was a couple weeks ago or a week ago. All right. Well, let's go to Bug Garden. Because Zach was saying there's some stuff in there. I hope it's not a full ass thing. Oh God, this is a lot of stuff. All right. What the fuck? Who is selected first? Okay, I can't tell what's going on there. How about this guy? Okay, that's annoying. I'll have to zoom in and see what the... Oh, is it just that the... I'm not really sure what the problem is there. Lol sprinting. Which I can't tell offhand what these things are. That's probably correct. Oh, I see. I see. This was correct, and then that one isn't. Interesting. I think so far I want to maybe fix this gem one. Whoops. Yeah, that's clones. Hey, yeah, fuck. That one's an old one. Yeah, so this is like I can teleport this before it falls, because there's a special mirror clause for there's a special mirror clause for quickly moving objects, but it probably should not let you do it on the first one. All right, and then this one, I assume the idea is he goes there. No, that looked fine. I don't know. Okay, so I know what a couple of these are. Let's see. What do we have to say here? Can I even read this? You can enter the same space as falling crystal and end up inside the crystal. I was not able to make that happen, but maybe I need to try harder. Okay. I mean, that was... Lily just falls through ocean, not places. Equals 0. Okay, that's bad. Sleep causes bad audio and visual things. Not a big deal. Yeah. Okay. But carry strength to just 2. Interesting. Okay, that's fixable. This should kill the dragon if you can kill by dropping a crystal. No, I mean, that's a thing we have to decide. Yeah, this is a question about... Yeah, okay, yeah. That's fixable. What's going on here? Similar to the thing northeast of this, the guy should not be able to walk off and instantly mirror. Oh, I see. So he's walking like to the right. Yes, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the deal is when she starts moving, she teleports to the end. Now, what's happening is she gets to the end. The lily has started moving, and it runs a transaction completer, which is why she dies. So like this is what the system was made for. It was like, oh, figure out a merge and put that in the rule set. So we're gonna have to figure out a merge for that. We're not gonna do that tonight. Yeah, I noticed that somehow we get 3 sometimes. Oh, right. Okay. So hold on. That's not okay. This is a different thing than this. This one is about mirroring while falling. This one is, these mirrors are one below, so they are definitely supposed to be able to mirror this block. The issue is just based on the timing, we sometimes do a double for some reason. So there's lots of things here. It's we're just going to go for a couple of them tonight. We're going to go the easier ones just to keep the number of things on this screen down, if you know what I'm saying. So I want to do this gem one. We can just repro that on a simpler level. And then maybe the falling dude one, maybe the great one, question mark. Okay, so I am not really a cryptocurrency person, but what I will say is Ethereum is supposedly about to do the thing where they no longer eat more energy than the sun in order to run their blockchain. So like I would expect that makes the value go up, but it might just be priced in, right? Like it's common knowledge that that's going to be the thing, but who knows? I always encourage people to actually do productive work to make money rather than speculation, because speculation does not really advance society most of the time, but actual real work does. Let the plants flourish. Yeah. Yeah. Put it all in dog money. Well, you know, anti-capitalist. No, I'm just saying the part of capitalism that actually works is when people produce things. That's what actually adds value. No, I'm not saying that labor is what is valuable. No, that's incorrect. That is not what I said. I said when people produce things, that's valuable. That is very, very different. No. Don't say make something is equal to labor. Don't make me start yelling at you. That's false. That is false. Okay. Um, Like, guys, I think the labor theory of value is so stupid that literally, if you decide to taunt me about it, I will shut off the stream and work by myself in peace. Like, I am so angry about it. Like, I'm not angry about very much in the world, but I'm very angry about how stupid so many people are on the internet about Marxism. Like, it's really. And the reason is because the world could be so much better or so much worse depending on whether people become reality based about this. Like, I don't know. I'm not as angry about that as I am angry about people making software bad, but almost. So like I'm seriously not even in the mood to joke about it at all. So I request ceasing that discussion post haste. Okay. So the deal here, there's like a can go function that decides where people can go, and the gem version doesn't check. So like we could also reproduce some other things, like if the gem falls on this dude's head, that also will not work. So like, let's get rid of this monster. So if we just do this, oh, it did work. Whoa. So it's literally just pushing. Holy shit, guys, I have a good idea for a level. We're going to have to make this level. We're going to fix this one bug, and then we're going to make this level. Okay. Oh, except... I mean, this is going to be a really fucked up level. Okay, let's fix the actual problem first, which is as follows. So, I mean, it's just this, right? So what happens if there's no blocker? He can't even push. Okay, the reason he cannot push, I understand. Okay, so Warrior will be able to do this, actually. Warrior will be able to do this. Oh, no. Okay. Well, I mean, he can, but not... Yeah. But then this guy can't. That's a very weird case. But then, if this guy picks this up, then he can. Ha ha. Did the camera die? I had this happen earlier today. I think it's the little connector, my bobber. Oh, wait. Is it out of battery? Hold on. I think it's just my little Camlink 4K doesn't work sometimes, and I probably need to order a new one or something. And last night, it was really being flaky a long time ago, and then due to COVID, there was like no supply. But maybe now there is supply. That's just too extreme. Okay, so, well, let's look at this. Let's see how hard this is. So when we assemble the pushes, so that happens in can go. Okay. So now this is very silly. This is a particular case in which we onto the, what's this guy called? Onto the guy who, onto the promised guy. Maybe this isn't the best place to do that. Okay. Maybe we do it up here. So we say, if moved dot entity type is gem and can take gems E. Do I have a function for that? No. So if all these things are true, we're just going to say continue. Wait. Yeah. So we need to continue instead of returning. There we go. See, I preemptively explained something that somebody would have been confused about otherwise. Right? That's how you do it. All right. Yeah. Sometimes it works the first time. Feels like the very first time. All right. So that means that this guy could push this assemblage of things. There we go. All right. Bam. Okay, I'm just gonna put it on the purple. No, I'll just change, wait, what? I'll change the purple to green. Changing it. There we go. Okay. So that leaves some new real estate in Bud Garden. We have not run a Benny test in like frickin' months. So we're going to do that. Because that's how we do things. Because I haven't run a Benny test in months, I don't know if it's going to crash the game for some unrelated purpose. I don't know if there's going to be a ton of fails. It could be anything. So been a long time since we had Bengal spice, so we're going to do that too. Look at all the sprinting notices. We just have a lot of sprinting notices. Yeah. Computational Pepes. That sounds scary. That sounds like something the Anti-Defamation League wants you to stop doing. Look at all the sprinting. I probably shouldn't have printed sprinting if we were running tests, but I didn't think about it. Oh! Interesting. We could probably ignore that maybe, but let's look at where it is. Oh. What level is this? We want to fix this later. I think I remember this. Like last time I ran a Benny test, this came up. Knock stones. All right. We're going to try ignoring it. Yeah, it's fine. It's not good. We definitely want to fix that. But yeah. Uh-oh. Now what's going on? Oh, it was just loading one of these levels. It takes forever. Ignore the assert. I mean, my game development technique has been honed over decades, so sometimes you got to ignore asserts. Not always. I don't know why we're testing overworld. That's pretty weird. Why did someone record it? Oh, I guess because overworld is playable now. This probably also has the same, because it's like loading for a long time. I bet it's got the same vertex remapping problem. And what's scary is overworld is big, so I don't know how long it's going to take. Do I think a language should detect memory leakage in real time? No. What do you mean by like the idea of detecting memory leakage is sort of already buying into a paradigm that I think is wrong. Why do you think it's so important to detect memory leaks? I mean, sure, if you deploy a running system that's supposed to be a long running system, it shouldn't leak memory. Absolutely. What percentage of development effort goes into that versus going into making your thing work correctly, right? And what else would I say about this? Well, I've certainly seen many, many bad examples of people who are very sad and like there are all these programs that take, like they used to take like 30 seconds to exit, because like they'd be going in C++ and destructing all their objects before exiting, and it would be like virtual memory thrashing and all this crap, like because they had this mistaken idea that they had to free all their memory, which doesn't make any sense. Like you can very easily take that to a bad place. I don't know if I want to wait for this all the way. I'm not actually sure if it's the same issue. But I am convinced that, look, if somebody else isn't going to rewrite that function, then I'm going to have to do it. It's an important function, so I don't want to do it tonight, but I might do it tomorrow. Maybe we would do that on stream for fun. I could actually verify that it produces the same results as the current function for levels where I know that it's happening a lot. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that in the morning. The problem is I have a meeting at 12, but we might be able to do it in a few hours before that. Like in general, so when you're going to ask a question about, hey, do you think a language should do something or other, right? Here's the thing to always keep in mind. Software is really screwed up right now. You might not agree with me about that, but okay. But if you do, or if you think it's possible that software is very screwed up right now, you have to kind of ask, why is that, right? And the reason that it happens is because everybody, or at least large percentages of the programming community, buy into shared wrong ideas about programming, about what to do or how best to do it or whatever. Same, anytime civilization gets wacky, it's because you have an entire culture that gets really weird ideas about things. And so it's useful to be able to stop and ask if you're just kind of reflecting the ambient weird ideas that may have a high likelihood of being wrong. Now that said, where else are you supposed to get ideas, especially when you're learning? It's like, well, you do sort of pick them up ambiently, but it's a good idea to notice that process, I guess. The building is being demolished. Don't bother sweeping the floor and emptying the trash cans. That is exactly correct. That is exactly correct. How do you split work in your team for the game? I mean, we have people with very specific roles, and they do those roles. Games have a lot of work in a lot of different categories. Well, I think I'm going to stop waiting for this to load. Although I'm actually interested in knowing. Problem is this is a release build, so I won't get a good stackety stack. Let me see if I could actually load it. Okay, I can. I'm actually not sure. I don't have a theory for what happened there. So we might have to try to repro that in a Benny test on a debug build at some point. Like when we start doing a lot of game mechanics or level changes, we're going to need Benny testing. So like we're going to need to fix both that assert and whatever was happening with overworld there. Okay. Well, see, the problem with things not working smoothly is I don't totally know that it's not related to the thing I did. I don't think it is. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not, because like the character that the gem can go on to is not on the overworld anywhere. God, I don't like what this sprinting is doing, but I'm gonna let the animator work with it. Why did she stop there? I don't know. Anyway, okay, we're just gonna check that in for now. Fix the bug garden thing about pushing gem onto dude. Okay. Great. Do I want to do another one? Maybe the lilies, question mark? I mean, okay, so the see, I don't want to do lilies right now. The problem is I need the Benny test in order to do significant gameplay changes. Like if I change the way lilies behave, if I change their core logic, first I need to have a baseline of how many levels work, and then I need to know if I broke any levels, and we don't know either of those things right now. So did I run again? I did. Ah, fuck, what level was it? Does anyone remember what level it was? Knock stones, was that it? I think that's one of my levels. Yep, interesting. Okay, we're gonna debug that. Oops. All right. So what's happening is we have a transaction open while we're creating another transaction for the movement. And the problem with that is illegal, because when you make a new transaction, the way that it knows whether that has to block or not or what is by looking at the other transactions. And you can't really look at one. It's like not well formed if it's still open and being built by somebody else. And so the question is, WTF is going on, and how is this happening? Okay, so it's like we're evaluating a fall. So we created a transaction here. We're evaluating a fall, and that's going to eventually try to skip a stone. And that conflicts and does a force commit. And the force commit is like, bro, you have shit open right now. Oh, okay. I don't know how to solve this. This isn't that easy. think we have to defer the work till later. Not really sure. Or like, how is evaluate fall starting something skipping? That's weird. So I might run it slower. So I assume that we are teleporting the stone with a mirror. And skip one stone makes a new transaction, and that's sort of the root of the problem. See, this is good. This sounds like an effed up, like this sounds like a confusing, annoying problem, and it is a little bit. But the good part of it is this is our system insisting on certain invariants being met that are not being met, right? Most games would just sort of not notice this problem and just let, like games with non-transactional movement systems, which is most of them, would just let something weird happen, and then now you have a glitch in your gameplay, right? So like we're saying, the line must be drawn here, this far, no further. It's just I now don't know what to do in response. Oh, I'm getting tired, everybody. People really think socialism, communism equals free stuff, not just it has nothing to do with people getting paid well. It has to do with centrally planning your economy. It's a completely different economy. I'm not even going to get into it. This topic makes me so angry. The American democratic socialism idea of like socialism is just when you pay people a high enough wage, that's completely false. And like Denmark and all these countries that they claim are socialist will adamantly say that they are not fucking socialist because they had to deal with the goddamn Soviet Union and they know what that's like. They had an existential struggle with that country, okay? Oh my God, this sets me off so far. All right, I'm going to stop talking about it and be happy. Yeah. No, it's so like the fact that the rhetoric is so disingenuous is part of why I don't like it so much. It's like so much of like playing language games and everybody knows it's not true or nobody cares if it's true. Like, I don't know. Okay. So the question is, maybe I won't even try to solve this tonight because I'm yawning and I'm really tired. But the question is, what would I do? What is my theory? Okay, theory number one. Instead of starting a stone skipping from evaluate fall, maybe we just have a list of like things that could skip. So right now we pass this can skip flag. And instead of passing that, maybe we pass an array of things that skip, and then that just has to get handled by the caller. However, do other people call evaluate fall with can skip? Where does can skip come from? I need a real editor. So can skip starts false if it's a rock and it's not skipping, and it is a linear horizontal move. I feel like this isn't correct for right now. Oh, and that's also last teleport is skippable. But a mirror teleport should not be skippable. Okay, so like there is maybe sort of a problem in the engine, but I don't think this level should trigger it because... So let me verify that this is the problem. We're just going to make this a separate line so we could breakpoint it. It's line 638. Like there's nothing, a mirror should not create a skippable teleport. Wait, we didn't hit my breakpoint. So we got here without that. Was? Can skip is true. How did it? I guess there's another way for it to get true. Okay, hold on. Or our breakpoint just doesn't work. That happens sometimes. Wait, is this a different can skip? This is 2068. Okay, WTF. Is there a control M in the file? No. What is going on? What is going on? We never hit this if clause. Oh, because this sets it to true. Okay, this logic is not right. If it's skippable and not skipping and it's a teleport and it's a skippable teleport, else, I'm going to put this in the else. Okay. We got to, we're going to, okay. Problem is I don't have a Benny test, so I might do something bad. Whoops. I might do something bad here. So if it's skippable and not skipping, we're going to say if it's a teleport and else, and we're just going to do this part. This makes sense to me, but I'm nervous that I cannot Benny test it. Didn't matter. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Did matter. Did matter. I introduced a crash. What? Okay, we know that rock skipping is false. So that's... But that has nothing to do with what is going on. 2, 2. I don't know what just happened. Let's see what. Oops. Let's rebuild. See what happened. Okay. Assertion failed here. Okay, this is the same problem. Why? Can skip is true. Okay. So really, I should just set a breakpoint here. It's a linear interpolation, not a teleport, if it's the same single. This is a rotation. This is already a skip. I unfortunately don't have. I thought at some point I had debug information on these about where they come from, but I don't see that now. I don't remember if I deleted that or if it's something that I can re-enable. I guess. Okay. So this is like not even necessarily the same one that we were looking at. Oh, right. Duh. Because we're, yeah. This is a linear interpolation. I should just play it slower and just see what is happening at the time. to oh. It's not involving a teleport at all. The presence of the mirrors was a red herring, which I should have known because those are not teleportable stones. Right. So it's like, hey, they hit each other and they're falling. I mean, if you could write a game engine from scratch, you could release a game on Steam and make way more money than most people can. So, like, I don't see the problem. I mean, it can be hard to get a lot of people to buy your thing, but um, that's something you can solve by repeated iterations. All right. So, these are impacting each other. They're probably both falling. I'm not sure why. So they should be falling with like a delta of -1, which is like, why would that then be flagged as can skip? That doesn't make sense. So dir here is x equals 1, which is weird, but that could happen sometimes when we normalize something. So but that means delta here is 1. So this is actually, okay, this is the rock that's moving to the right. And the rock is not skipping. Is it already falling? So the problem is we're getting this move direction, but that could be stale. I bet it's already falling, right? But we're in evaluate fall. I don't know if something's falling. Do we have flags? I changed this at some point, probably. Undoable data. Status flags? I don't know. How do I know if something is falling? Status flags. Okay. This is not actually falling, which is weird. It like stopped skipping? Question mark. But now it is skipping again. So the move here is a linear interpolation from 1413 to 1513. Yeah, that's just a regular like skip. So how did this rock stop skipping? Is skipping a status flag? So that's just on rock, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So we know that skipping is false. So the problem with this is if I set a breakpoint on when does skipping get set to false, it might break several times because it's a playthrough with some undos and stuff, right? But I could set a breakpoint and stop skipping for this entity ID, see how many times it happens, and look at the last time it happens. Okay. Stop skipping. Rock entity ID is equal to that. And we'll actually disable this till we want it. Whoops. Dang. Dude, I fucking hate this interface. It's so... What just happened? Oh, rock has no... Okay, that's what happened. It erased all my text anyway, everybody. Because that's what happens when you click that button twice. So don't worry about it. Like later when I thought it was all messed up, okay. So actually, the level runs fine, which is funny. So what I want to do is I want to enable this breakpoint, and then I want to see how many times it happens before the assertion. And then I want to go back to however many times that is and see why it's happening. Whoa, we have a multi-situation. All right. So here we go. Okay, 1. 2, I think that's, no, 3. There we go. So third time. Third time. One, 2, 3. Okay. So why are we stopping? There's another rock. We collided with it. Okay. So we are relying on falling later. Yeah, this is a very sloppy thing that I was going to replace later. This is basically if two skipping stones hit each other, there's a specific thing that deals with it. And this was going to need to be done with more precision later anyway, right? But anyway, try that. Oh, it's an enum. Thought it was a vector. Lol. I was like, what am I looking at? Brain. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Still did it. Okay. It really should be false. Can skip should be false. Oh. No, I see what's going on. So we're not setting any explicit state on them like falling or anything like that. We probably used to. We probably used to make those rocks fall right there. And then I said, well, we'll just stop their motion and then we'll have them continue like down around here. And the problem with that theory is like we're not killing the transaction or anything like that. So like this code doesn't really know that they hit each other, and there's no indicator of that. So I guess this has been broken for a long time, and maybe it just wasn't asserting for some reason, and then we changed things. I do seem to remember this level was one of the fails for a while. Okay, so really we want, I mean, if I want to band-aid this, I would just put an indicator on the rock that says, hey, we can't skip it's weird to me. Okay. This part is weird, but maybe the move direction. So many variables. Move direction. This is set to. Oh wait, did I set skipping direction? What did I set? I set skipping direction. This is move. Remember when I set it to the wrong kind of thing? It's because of this. This might actually solve the problem. That's what I meant to do, and because I wasn't braining, I didn't do it. But if this doesn't solve the problem, we can add more information. It's just, I'm not thrilled about that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey, 4. Let's get rid of this. All right. So that's great. Whoops. We're back in the overworld. So if I'm here and I just run the whole thing, Great. Okay, let's get rid of that sprinting notifier. And we're going to do a Benny test, and we're going to be optimistic and do it in release mode, and then it's probably going to hang on Overworld again. But we want to at least see it do that without hitting our assert, and then we'll be happy. That'll be progress, and I can go to bed. That'll be great. Your soul wouldn't let you open IntelliBeans anymore. IntelliBeans. No level design tonight. No, I mean, I thought about that level that I was excited about an hour ago, and then I thought about it, and I was like, well, it's probably not actually that good of a level. Because the thing that I was thinking, I realized the exact thing that I was thinking doesn't work. And then it's a question of, is there some related? So we'll see when I'm going to bed tonight, like if I come up with a related thing. But the exact idea I had doesn't work. The guy would get crushed, is what I am telling you. Oh, we got to turn up this speed here to 299. Okay. We are cranking. We're turning the crank. We are smoking crank. Hey, I bet we're loading the overworld. Oh, no, it's promised one, Zach. We know that one takes a while. Hey, we loaded the overworld. I guess this is a timed test. I think the weird thing about tests on Overworld is it like loads your game state. So I don't. Yeah, I'm going to write that down for tonight. tomorrow. We have a meeting tomorrow. I will say tests on overworld question mark. Okay. Well, GG's. We did a Benny test. 41 levels failed. 668 succeeded. So, like, that's pretty good. We have re-enabled Benny test technology. We have re-enabled loud Windows sound effect technology. Okay. Great. GG's. All right, everybody. I am ready for bedtime-ish. So I'm going to go to bed, but that was fun because we haven't done a stream. Usually when I've done a stream lately, it was a compiler stream. That's been the last like many streams. So it's been fun doing a Soko Ban stream. And we'll probably do that or there's the possibility sometime soon of doing a surprise stream. So we'll see about that. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. Okay. Thank you, everybody. See you later. Good night. Good night.